Have you ever been out somewhere and wished you could just zoom in on the world with a single click? Well, today we're looking at a brand new kind of device that's trying to do exactly that. It's not really a camera, but it's way more than a telescope. It's a hybrid tool made to solve a very specific, very common problem. So let's dive in and see what it's all about. You know the feeling, right? You're out on a hike, you're on a walk, and you spot this beautiful, really unusual bird on a branch way off in the distance. You want a closer look, maybe grab a quick picture so you can figure out what it is later. But by the time you dig out your phone and get the camera ready, it's gone. And just like that little moment of discovery is lost. Well, it turns out there's a new solution designed for that exact moment. In this first part, we're going to look at how it gives you one simple answer for two totally different things: seeing the world up close and actually snapping a photo to remember it. So say hello to the telescopic camera. At its heart, it's a completely new category of device. The best way to think about it is like this. It takes the power of a monocular telescope, for looking at things far away, and it fuses it with a digital camera. It's not a camera with a huge lens, and it's not a telescope with some clunky attachment. It's one single integrated unit. The whole idea here is to seamlessly blend viewing and shooting. So you look through it, just like a regular monocular, you find your subject, and then boom, with one press of a button, you've captured what you're seeing. It's all about convenience. Devices like the Canon PowerShot Zoom, for example, are literally pocket-sized, super lightweight, and designed so you can use them with just one hand. But, convenience is only part of the story. The real magic trick here is its reach. It's the absolutely surprising super telephoto power they've managed to cram into such a tiny little gadget. Okay, so in the world of photography, 400 millimeters is a serious telephoto lens. We're talking the kind of power that brings things way off in the distance right up close. To have that in a device this small is already pretty amazing, but it gets even better. With just a single tap, a digital zoom kicks in and pushes that reach to an incredible 800 millimeter equivalent. That little bird dozens of meters away, it suddenly fills your entire view like it's sitting right in front of you. You can see the tiny details on its feathers, the color of its eyes, all from a really respectful distance. And that right there is the real game changer for anyone who loves nature. With that kind of reach, you can keep your distance. You don't startle the animal. You actually get to watch wildlife behaving naturally without ever scaring it away. But here's where this thing's secret weapon comes in. It goes way beyond what normal binoculars can do. This is where it almost becomes like a fact-checking tool. It's not just about seeing something, it's about being able to prove what you saw. Think about it. Traditional binoculars are fantastic for viewing, but the second you put them down, the memory of what you saw, it starts to get a little fuzzy, right? The telescopic camera completely solves this. You see it, and then you record it as a photo or even a quick video. You have a permanent, crystal clear record of that fleeting moment. And this opens up a really powerful workflow, especially if you're a beginner. So first, you discover your subject and you shoot it. You get a nice, clear image. Later, when you're back home, you can pull up that photo on your computer and zoom way in. You'll see tiny details, like a specific mark on a wing or the unique shape of a beak that were totally impossible to see with just your eyes. Then, you can compare that perfect image to a field guide. It turns just looking at things into a fact-checking mission and makes the learning process so much faster. Okay, but let's be real. No tool is perfect for everything. To really figure out if this is the right gadget for you, we have to be honest about the trade-offs. We need to understand its unique strengths and its real-world limitations. So let's break it down. The image quality comes from a sensor that's about the same size as the one in your smartphone. What that means is it's absolutely perfect for documentation, for sharing on social media, or for identifying something. But it's not going to give you a photo you can blow up into a giant artistic print. It's also best with stationary subjects, like a bird sitting on a branch. It'll have a tough time with fast-moving things, like a bird in flight. And, just like your phone, it really shines in bright, sunny daylight and can get a bit grainy or noisy in dark, shadowy scenes. So, keeping all those trade-offs in mind, who is this actually for? Where does this really unique tool find its perfect user? Look, this is not trying to replace a big professional DSLR camera. Not at all. This is for the hiker who wants to keep their pack as light as possible. It's for the birdwatcher whose main goal is just to see and identify birds, not necessarily to win a photography award. It's also a brilliant little secondary camera for serious photographers who don't feel like lugging their heavy gear on just a casual walk. And really, it's for anyone who just loves that thrill of spotting something cool and wants to be ready for it. And that really is the key takeaway. This little device isn't about creating gallery-worthy photos. It's a tool that's built and specialized for one thing, enhancing the actual experience of observation. It's all about seeing more, remembering it better, and learning from it faster. It's a fascinating new way to look at the world around us, one that puts the focus back on the simple joy of discovery. So the final question to think about is this. The next time you head out the door, how are you going to choose to see and to remember your next adventure?